Good afternoon, everybody. It is Wednesday. It's time for my midweek pickup. As you can see by my surroundings, I am back in my office now after being away for a while. So, this week I just wanted to talk in general, just try and give some people some uplifting advice and everything. I don't have a topic per se, but I just wanted to say some things, because I don't like missing any weeks, and I'm gonna try not to ever do that. But of course, happy back to school. I know a lot of parents are glad that their kids are back in school now, but it's also time for us who are grown, who need to either be getting our education or finishing our education, to really take that very seriously. I'm on a whole new level on that type of thing. I've waited way too long. I've been sitting around doing nothing when I could have gotten a lot of things done as far as education wise. But seeing that I know what I want to do with and in my life as far as the future goes and a career, I know exactly what I'm about to do, and that's all you really need to know. It's not something that you have to broadcast to everybody, because it's not everybody's business. But as long as you know where you're going, that's all that matters, because it's not really nobody else's business where you're going. With that being said, I just want to drop this on you so you know that you're not the only one who has a hard time going through certain things. Sometimes the hardest things to do in life are the things that are going to help us evolve into the people that we are meant to be. If you ever notice that when you're doing things that are wrong, it seems to come a little easier. But then when you're trying to do things that are hard and more challenging, something that's going to pay off for you in the long run, you see that that's a little bit harder to accomplish. And if you don't have the patience or the mindset to stay at it and stay focused, then it's going to continue to get harder. And what most of us do is give up. And that's not something that we need to do. We need to stop giving up, because society is looking at a group of us and they're expecting us to give up, or they're expecting to make it seem like it's so hard that it's nothing that you can do to accomplish it. So you only have one other option. But I'm here to tell you today, you have plenty of other options. Sometimes you might have to do some things again that you do not like to do, i.e., some things that make you completely miserable. But when you have a responsibility for a person or for a family, anything, you know what you have to do. It's called being a man. It's called being a woman. That's just what it is. You may see some of your friends going out spending money in the club night after night or whatever, and you're looking at them like, I got to get up and go to work in the morning. I can't do it. And they may laugh at you or whatever. But that's when you're going to be able to separate evolution from being stagnant and staying in the same place. It's funny to me, because now that I'm back at work and I'm interacting with people again over the phone, complete strangers, and I try and help everybody as much as I can. And, I hear this at least 2 or 3 times a day where somebody commends me, hey, thank you so much for helping me. I'm glad that there's a person out there like you. And it made me question, like, is everybody else in the world like so selfish that they can't see that other people need help, or they don't want to help other people? That's what I do. I put a lot of people before myself, period. I just don't understand how I can, meet complete strangers, or not even meet them, just have a conversation with them by phone, and they can be so, I guess it's just thankful that somebody even took the time out to listen to them, And I've said this before, time is a luxury, something we can't buy, borrow, replace, or manipulate. It's something that we have to be in at that time, if you will, because if you don't appreciate it, then it's gonna for one, pass you by, and then for two, you're not going to be able to go back and get it or start it over. There's no 3-minute redos or nothing like that. Some people know what I'm talking about, but just saying, like, the world today is so, I guess, selfish. Well, at least in our country. And, I look at everybody. A lot of people don't even walk no more. Like, the United States is going to end up being the fattest nation ever because, people don't even walk. I was up at school registering the other day, and I seen this kid, and, he was fresh out of high school. I don't know what the little thing called, the little thing J.R. Smith had back in the finals or whatever. That's the first time I seen it, so that's what I refer to it as, the J.R. Smith thing. But dudes is just, gliding across everywhere. They don't want to walk, and I'm like, I asked him, I was like, say, bro, it's a whole bunch of people in there. How you go maneuver? And he was like, oh, man, I got it. If I got to walk, I guess I'll get off of it. And I'm looking like, man, just think about how it's going to be when my daughter get about that age. They going to probably be jet propelled or something. But, I'm getting off topic. But it's just that, our future is becoming lazy. It's becoming confused. And it's becoming so selfish. It's like you can see it happening, but what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do to change it? And I know what I'm going to do to change it. I'm not going to tell you right now because each person has their own thing that they have to do to make a difference in whoever's lives they're trying to touch. And another thing I want to say, just because, I know a lot of people who have some good ideas, some big dreamers, but they're like so scared to go out and get it, or they think that, the leap of faith thing is not just for them or whatever. And I could kind of say that for me too, or whatever, because I haven't really took the full leap of faith. I probably took like a little hop of faith, if you will. But if you have a dream, man, and you have something that is really going to change the world, never give up on that. Never, never, never. You may have a job. It may get you by, but never give up on your dreams, man. We should be looking at ourselves as the worm in the cocoon that's going to evolve into the butterfly one day. If we look at ourselves like that, it's no limit to what we can accomplish personally. Then that's when we need to start pouring out and reaching others so they can accomplish things, personal goals themselves. With that being said, I'm at the 8-minute mark. I'm not going to talk y'all's ear off this week. Just be sure to be involved in your children's school, work. That's the most relevant thing right now because they're taking things out of history books that should not be taken out, period, i.e. Black history. I'm just saying. It's a lot of things that they continuously take out, and they are going to keep taking it out. So just educate your kids, go a step further, teach them about some stuff that they might not learn about at school, and let's make this school year a way better year than it was last year. Also, there was one more thing that I wanted to get across, but I can't even remember what it was. I'll probably remember it after I stop filming and then be like, oh yeah. But with that being said, as always, keep God first. Family comes second. Everything else will follow. Just pursue your dreams, man. Do what you need to do to make yourself happy. Life is too short to be living miserably. Always make sure that you have some type of backup plan. Some type of documentation you can fall back on. Something. With that being said, I'll see y'all next week.